Hi Kingfishers and welcome back. This week we're going to be hopping into a new theme which is called Why? We're going to be asking 3 questions why, and this week we're going to be asking the question, why should we pray? Why should we pray? Why do you think that we should be praying to God? Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I think it's really important that we pray to God. Think about how you talk to your parents. Do your parents know that you're hungry if you don't say to them, "Mom, I'm really hungry," or "Mom, I really want a sandwich"? Do your parents know that you need to go to the bathroom when you're out shopping if you don't say to them, "Mom, I need to go to the toilet," or "Where's the toilet?" We communicate with our parents and with our friends and with our family by talking. We talk to each other. That's how we communicate and share with one another. And that's how we grow our friendships and our relationships. Because think about your best friend. How do you know what their favorite food is? Because they told you. You make good friendships and get on with each other because you communicate and talk to each other. See, if we want to know God and we want God to know us, then we need to talk to Him, don't we? Thing is, God does know everything about us, but He also really loves to have a relationship with us, which means He likes to hear us talk to Him and He wants to talk back. Now, God can't talk back to us the same way that if you ask your mum a question, she'll go and answer you. But God does give us answers and He does talk to us in our heart and we can actually hear from Him and understand Him. But He also loves for us to tell Him about stuff. He may already know what your favourite colour is, but He would love it if you told Him yourself what your favourite colour is. It's really important for us to talk to God and communicate with Him. And the older we get, the better our relationship will be and the closer we'll become with God, the more we talk to Him. The thing is, we have a really good example in the Bible of somebody who talks a lot to God through prayer. Do you know who that person might be? Yeah, it's Jesus. Jesus talks to God a lot. If you read in the New Testament, you will see so much of the time Jesus is talking to God. And He talks to Him through prayer. Because Jesus was born as a human on earth. God sent Him that way. So He couldn't communicate with God in a supernatural way while He was here on earth. He had to communicate with God the same way that we do, through prayer. And the reason Jesus talked to Him so much was so that His relationship with God would remain close. So He could understand what God was asking Him to do and that they could talk to each other. Isn't that amazing? There are a couple of verses that talk about Jesus praying to God. One of them is from Mark chapter 1 verse 35. And it says, "Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, Jesus got up, left the house and went off to a solitary place where He prayed." Jesus spends a lot of time on His own talking to God. It's really great to have family prayers and praying at meal times together, but it's also good for us to talk to God when we're on our own. Another verse that talks about Jesus praying to God is in Luke chapter 5 verses 16, and it says, "But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed." Jesus talks to God a lot. They're communicating with each other. And He often will get a confirmation from God. That means that He can sense that God is listening and answering Him. When Jesus was going to be betrayed, He goes to the Garden of Gethsemane and He's praying. And He asks God to take Him away from it, to not let Him have to be killed in such a horrible way on the cross. But God reassures Him in His heart that actually that is what He has to do. Because when He dies on that cross, He's going to save everyone, including us. And so Jesus feels that in his heart, that God has said to him, "I'm with you and you can do it." We can talk to God too and He can respond to us as well. There are so many verses in the Bible that talk about prayer and how prayer works. Another one is in Jeremiah, which is in the Old Testament. And it says, "Then you will call on me and come and pray to me and I will listen to you." God is saying He will listen when we pray. When we talk to Him, He listens and He will answer and He will come close to us. And so our relationship gets better and better. Another verse which talks about it is actually on this card that I got today. And it says, "Pray without ceasing." It means don't stop praying, keep talking to God. So, with all of those verses and knowing that Jesus talks to God, why should we talk to God? Well, we need to talk to God so one, we get to build a close relationship and we get to know each other better because that's how we get to know people better, when we talk to them. 2, we should talk to God because He wants us to talk to Him and it pleases Him and makes Him happy. We are obeying Him when we pray to Him and talk to Him. And 3, we can see that Jesus is the best example. He was the most perfect person. And if He prayed to God and talked to Him, then I think we should too. There's an amazing phrase which is WWJD, which means, what would Jesus do? So what do you think Jesus would do? Would He pray and talk to God? Or would He not bother? I think we all know that Jesus would stop and pray and talk to God. So that's why we need to pray. I'll see you guys next week so we can ask another question. Why? I'll see you guys next week and I hope that you enjoy having wonderful prayer conversations with God. See you guys soon. Bye.